Dawn was saying just the other day, Father, I love it when you move away from the ambo and just preach it up. Well, I'm staying at the ambo today. You're getting random musings on love. And I have them all written down in 3 pages. I'll try not to make it too long, okay? When I was in the seminary, we also always used to say that the month of February is clearly not a month, okay? I don't know if you guys feel like me coming to Mass now that it's February, exhausted, frustrated, tired. The month of February is not a month, it's a disease, okay? And suddenly we all have this disease of February. The cold won't end, the dirty snow is everywhere, my black car looks white because there's so much salt on it. And it's a short month that never ever seems to end. And yet in the midst of it, we have this great opportunity for rejoicing. Valentine's Day. February 14th. As a priest friend of mine calls it, Sad Day, Singles Awareness Day. Sorry, I just thought it was kind of funny. And aren't we getting excited about Valentine's Day? I mean, look around, advertisements, billboards, stores. The only reason I'm preaching about it is because I'm so sick of seeing things about Valentine's Day. It's like, it's as big as Christmas. You see more of those like little naked cupids shooting things than Jesus is, you know, around the time of Christmas. And it's like, what is going on with all this? And yet, I think that image of Valentine's Day and the image of love that we see all the time, whether that is on billboards, in stores, in magazines, is quite ridiculous, frankly. It's an image of love where love is merely a thrill, a passion, an emotion, a fleeting sentiment, an ability to show affection, to impress, to establish emotional security, to make others feel good, to rekindle romance. That's kind of the image of love that we constantly see. And how do we offer that image of love? Well, by buying one another expensive jewelry, by giving one a whole bunch of flowers. Not that the gifts are bad in their essence, but I think that if our understanding of love is reduced merely to a thrill or to an emotion, which is so often ingrained in us, it's going to leave a lot wanting. The reason I'm preaching this is that beautiful second reading we heard from St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians that Jacob read for us today, that we hear in just about every single wedding ceremony that we go to. It's so interesting. If you speak in angelic tongues, which would seem like how we would want to all speak, you know, we want to speak like the angels, but do not have love, it's like the ridiculous sound of a clashing gong or cymbal, meaningless. If you have the gift of prophecy and can comprehend all mystery and knowledge, for students, that's a big deal. You want to be able to comprehend mystery, you want to be able to comprehend knowledge, but if you don't have love, nothing, meaningless. You can be the brightest one around, the sharpest tool in the shed, the baller like Joe, and it doesn't mean anything. Okay? It doesn't mean anything. The sweet beer. Faith to move mountains? I mean, one would think that you'd be exalted. I mean, literally, if you're the faith to move a mountain, that's huge. That's really huge. But if you don't have love, nothing, meaningless, nothing. You could give away everything. You could die a martyr's death. But if you don't have love, you gain nothing. You gain absolutely nothing. What is love then? I love St. Thomas Aquinas' definition of love. He said that to love is to will the good of the other as other. To will the good of the other as other. That we love expecting nothing in return. We love totally, freely, and completely. Love which is patient in all things, kind, never jealous, never pompous, never inflated, never rude. Look at the opportunities that we seek to love. Well, when it's going to build up ourselves. when we can celebrate another's distress, it'll seemingly make us greater, or another's misfortune, it will seemingly exalt us. But a love which bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love which never fails. And then the reading tells us to put away childish things. I think so many of us remain, and even I find it in myself as well, we remain spiritually like little children, and then we wonder why it's so hard to have faith. 24 hours a day, we are bombarded with false messages of love, and maybe occasionally we have a counter message if we come to Mass on Sunday, and we wonder why it's so hard to have faith, or so hard to believe. To put away childish things so that we might mature in the faith. Love is sacrificial. Love is suffering. Love is a choice. Love is an act of the will. Love is a decision to put someone else before me. To put someone else before me, even when I don't feel like it. Even when it's inconvenient. Okay, I'm going to bring it back to practical. I'm getting into like preachy stage. Candy, Valentine's candy hearts, you know? I think that they should say this. Candy heart. Ready? I love you. Bald, unattractive, and overweight. You know what I mean? Like, that I would love you even if you're not seemingly perfect. But what if the candy heart said this? Hold my hand while I die of cancer. See, that's love. It's not like great emotion. It doesn't feel good. But hold my hand as I die of cancer. What if the candy heart said that? I want to receive one. Embrace me because I just lost my job today. Embrace me because I just lost my job today. I'll change the diaper for the 25th time in a row. I would really, really love to listen why you feel so depressed. Pass that on to somebody. I thought you would like breakfast in bed. For the married people here. I'll hold the screaming kid. The laundry, the toilet, I'll take care of it. You see what I'm saying about love? The total self-gift. That's what Paul is so clearly trying to get across. And I think it's so hard for us, specifically as young persons. Because constantly we've been affirmed in who we are, which is great, and the gifts that we offer, which is great. But if we hold them unto ourselves, we are nothing, absolutely nothing. If you want to experience more love in life, I've said this 100 times before, give a little bit more love away. If you want to experience a little bit more love in life, give a little bit more of it away. Just like to quote Mother Teresa, and she said that true love, you guys all know who she is, right? I forget how young you all are. Like I mentioned Blessed John Paul II, and young people are like, who's that? It's my inspiration. Mother Teresa said that true love causes pain. Jesus, in order to give us the proof of his love, died on the cross. A mother, in order to give birth to her baby, has to suffer. If you really love another, you will not be able to avoid making sacrifices. Frankly, this is the love that will get us through the disease of February. This is the love that makes Valentine's Day make sense. And frankly, this is the love that's ultimately true.